race fans, and welcome to the Thunder Truck Showdown here at Virginia iRacing League. This is round number 5. This is the last race of the weekend here. Thank you for joining us, as always, on Race Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. They've got a beautiful night for racing out there tonight at Thompson International Speedway. 78-degree air temperature, winds 4 miles an hour. Track temperature 69 degrees. And they're just getting ready to start to qualify, so we're going to get ready to head on down to the track here and see who's going to head out first. Let's head on down there and see what we see. Trucks are lining up at the end of pit road. Looks like that's Brian Chu, I think, is getting ready to go out first there. Go ahead and put up the time in the scoring board. He's on his way, start his first hot lap. Clock is now running for the 11 truck. Coming to complete his first time lap. That will be a 20.150. Comes around to the line now to complete his qualifying run. He's unable to improve though. That's 21.154, his second lap. Here comes Danny Knoll, starting his time to run here. 20.15 is the time to beat. His first time on the board will be a 19.705. That will put him on provisional pole here at the moment. We'll see if he improves on that. No, he doesn't. 19.713 is the best time. Next up is Kevin O'Brien. Starting his time to run here. Here he comes for his first hot lap. And it will be a 19.933. That's fast enough for second fastest at the moment. Danny Knoll Jr. still on the pole with that 19.70. Comes around now to finish his second hot lap here, O'Brien. And he improves his time, but not his position. A 19.931. Still P2 for the moment. There's Andy Kostalova now starting his first hot lap. Coming around to complete lap number 1. And he is currently second fastest with a 19.889. Now to complete his qualifying run, and he's still second fastest with 19.707. Improved his time, but not his position there. Here comes Ben Butler. Around to complete lap number 1. And right now he's fifth fastest with 20.908. Making his way out of turn 4. Oh, got a little sideways. Comes to the line, and he still improves his time to 20.401. And still fifth fastest there for Butler. And let's see, is that everybody? That's five. There should be three more. I think we're waiting on a few more drivers here. Not sure who's going out next. Butler brings it down pit road. Looks like Tony Rice, he'll be the last one coming out. Looks from the looks of it here, I believe. Starting his first hot lap now. Coming around to complete lap number one. And that will be third fastest with a 19.776 behind Nolan Kosalova. See if we can improve on that third place starting time there. Comes around to finish his qualifying run. And, unfortunately, he's unable to improve. That's a 19.995, that second timed lap there. And I believe that will do it. Let's see. Looks like everybody else has gone out. That's here to run. So we'll have the, looks like the 6 trucks there. And they're going to get ready to they have a quick drivers meeting, and we will be right back as we wait for them to go out on the track. You're watching the Thunder Truck Showdown 75 of the Virginia iRacing League here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, we are back here at Thompson International Speedway for the Thunder Truck Showdown 75. I think all the trucks now are on track, and they're getting ready to roll off here. Looks like we have 6 trucks tonight. And as they get ready to roll off, we'll go ahead and take a look at that starting grid. On the pole, you have Andy Kosalova, and then Danny Knoll Jr. starting in second position. Tony Rice starting third. Kevin O'Brien fourth. Brian Chu starting in the 5th spot. Then there's a Benjamin Butler in the 6th position. Troy Daniels 7th. Actually, Troy Daniels, he's like race control. He's not actually on track. And actually, and Ryan Palmer, I think he left the server, so there's actually only 6 trucks lined up there. Butler being the last one on track. We'll start their couple of warm-up laps here. Getting ready for 75 laps of action here at Thompson International Speedway. Thompson's been a bit of a tricky track here this weekend, and not exactly the easiest track to get along with. Pace car should be pulling in this time around. Okay, pace car is in. Waiting for that green flag. We've got it, and we're racing here at Thompson. Costello makes it good. Oh boy, the 17. He got into the wall there a little bit. Danny Knoll Jr. Rice moves up into second position. Meanwhile, Knoll, there's Brian Chu. He's trying to see if he could take advantage of Danny Knoll, but he couldn't get close enough really to take advantage of when the 17 got into the wall on that start. Spread out already. Costello. Oh, and now Rice goes high into the wall. Like I said, sometimes this place is a little tricky. There's a 17 and the 64. They're battling. Look like they might have banged doors there a little bit. Rice hard into the wall. Oh boy, and he comes down in front of the 11. The 11's able to check up. Here comes the 61. He's right there as well. That allows Knoll to kind of get away, see if he can catch the 93 of Andy Kosolova. Meanwhile, Brian Chu, there's Ben Butler in the 61 truck. Butler now going around the 11. Trying to catch the 61 of Ben Butler there. Kevin O'Brien not far behind in that 6th position. Meanwhile, Andy Kosolova, he has opened up a 2.5 second lead on second place Danny Knoll Jr. Let's see how long the tires hold out on these trucks. We've seen that become an issue with the other cars as the race progresses. We're now lap 7 here. Danny Knoll Jr. now coming across the line. That gap's now just about 2.6 seconds. Tony Rice still in 3rd. About 1.2 seconds back from Ben Butler. Butler now in that 4th spot. Brian Chu is actually battling back for that position. Now he moves up to 4th place. Him and Butler going at it there. And Kevin O'Brien not far behind. He's right there watching those 2 trucks in front of him battle. Kind of a 3-way battle there actually. O'Brien trying to, looked like he was going to try to drive under the 61. Couldn't get quite enough purchase down there on that low line. Have enough drive off the corner. Butler starting to lose a little bit of ground now to the 11. Chu now just over a second away. Brian Chu now trying to close in on the 64 Tony Rice. Kosalova. He is just about 3 seconds ahead of Danny Noel Jr. up front. So Noel, he's comfortably in that second position right now. Getting to be the closest battle on track at the moment. Trying to hold off the 11, Ryan Chu. Technically, I believe that the high side is kind of the faster way around, and but it's kind of a weird, you know, at this track here. It's almost like that high line. It's almost like you're up on a shelf. It's a weird feel. It's almost like it's flat up there, and not exactly banked like the rest of the turn. The banking kind of levels off when you're in that high groove, so all of a sudden you're on a flat track going around the outside. So that transition, I think sometimes it catches people out just a little bit. Kosalova now 3 seconds ahead of Danny Noel. Ryan Chu continuing to work on the 64 Tony Rice here with this third position. Trying to get some opportunity to make a move under the inside there, but not enough momentum. Oh, and he had to get in. Oh, it's hard into the wall. He had to get in the brakes hard there. Keep from running into the back of the 64. Cost him a little time there, 4/10. He's trying to close back in now. Truck starting to look a little beat up himself there. He's had a couple of tangles with the wall as well. Definitely looks like some short track racing here. I think I just saw, I don't know if that was Chu I just saw, get into the wall again. Oh, and something happened with his brakes. He locked up and went into the wall again. And that's going to open the door there for Ben Butler if he's not careful. Butler's right there to pounce. Right behind him, there's Kevin O'Brien. He locked up a little bit. Not locked up, but had to get on the binders there a little bit. He's close on the bumper there of Ben Butler. They're battling for the 5th position. He's got his momentum, got his rhythm back now. Is trying to chase down Rice once again. Rice over 1.6 seconds ahead. Over almost 7 seconds behind Danny Noel Jr. on lap 23 of 75. Here's Noel running by himself pretty much. Over 2.5 seconds behind Kosalova. Well over 7 seconds ahead of Rice. So he's very comfortably in that second position. Andy Kosalova, he's rolling right along. Led right from the start. You know this place is going to be hard on that right front tire, and everyone's spread out quite a bit here, and don't usually have too many cautions, and that could end up being a kind of a rough deal for all of these drivers, because sooner or later, everybody's going to be crying for some tires and hoping for a caution that may not come. This could very well go green all the way, and it'll just be a matter of who can deal with the worn tires the most. Kosalova still, that 3-second lead is now to about down 2.5. There's Danny Noel Jr. It was just over 3. Now it's like 2.5, fluctuating between 2.5, 2.6. Tony Rice is a little further back, and his gap is still over 7 seconds. That's a little over a second ahead of Brian Chu there in the 4th position. You know, Ben Butler, him and Kevin O'Brien, they're getting close to a battle here. O'Brien trying to get close enough to attack the 61. Staying on that high line pretty much. Well, they got out of shape a little bit. Looked like O'Brien might have tapped the wall himself there just a little bit. Oh, and something happens to Butler. He had to check up, and he's going to give up that position to the 84. O'Brien now up to the 5th spot. Further up there's Brian Chu. He's getting closer to the rear bumper of Rice once again. Staying on, like he's staying on that high line for the most part. Trying to find a way around the 64. It's very tempting to go down low, but you just don't have the momentum and the drive off the corner to really make that pass work on the inside. Not if you're all the way in that bottom groove. Rice continuing to hold off the 11. This time got a little closer on the inside there as they came out of 4. Still not enough momentum though to get up alongside the 64. Thing about being down on the inside, then when you get down there and you get down to the next corner, you're basically giving up that basically the high ground, literally, as well, and that high groove still being probably the quickest way around through the corner. She closes right up on the bumper of the 64. Lost a little ground that time. Sooner or later, these tires are going to really start feeling it. Especially that right front. Start losing some of that bite, and trucks will start getting tight, pushing into turns. That gap is now half a second between 0.4 and 0.5 seconds. Now it's closing back down to 0.3. It's actually fluctuating quite a bit there, back up to now 0.6. As those tires wear, you find a rhythm or find a line that'll work for you. simply just not overdrive the truck. Gap now almost 3/4 of a second back to Brian Chu. Meanwhile, up the front, Danny Kosalova, he's actually starting to have some company here. Danny Knoll Jr. I'm sorry, I meant Andy Kosalova. Sorry about that, Andy. But Danny Knoll Jr. is starting to get closer to the 93 there. Kevin O'Brien also. Now, O'Brien's actually a lap down. Not sure what happened there. Doesn't show him. I didn't realize he got lapped. So he actually just did get lapped by the 93. So he's one lap down. Koslova running a bit wide there. Opening that door for the 17. Kind of the same deal, though. You can really go down low, but unless you time it just right, don't really have enough drive off the corner to really complete the pass. Makes a good attempt. He does get quite close there, sticking to that low line. Not the bottom groove, but the middle one going through the turns. Kevin O'Brien got a bird's ringside seat there to watch the two leaders battle it out. Oh, Knoll had something happened. It got out of shape there. Managed to hold on to it. O'Brien's not on the lead lap, but he's right there behind the two leaders. Still trying his best to get around Andy Kosalova. Kosalova doing a great job of holding off the 17. Oh, just tapped the wall himself there a little bit. And they got Ben Butler in front of them. He's about 3 seconds down the road, though. Before they catch him, that'd be another truck door lap down if they were to catch him. So far, Kosalova's doing pretty good. Let's go back here at Rice and Chu. Rice is still holding off the 11 truck, kind of the same gap there, roughly a half a second to 6/10. Only 25 laps remaining here. I know those guys are just absolutely hurting for tires right now. There's Kosalova, and they're hanging in there. Knoll continues to try to get closer to the 93, just can't quite get there close enough to perform that pass down on the inside. 21 laps remaining. Boy, Koslova ran wide that time, and that allowed the 17 right through. And Danny Knoll is now your leader. And Koslova now, see if he can catch the 17. Already put 4/10 up on the 93. Now 6/10 of a second ahead of Koslova. That's Ben Butler, I believe, up in front of the leader there. Oh no, and Ben Butler, he spins right in front. Oh no, he spins in front of the leader, and Koslova couldn't quite get by him either. And I believe that's probably gonna trigger the caution that everyone's been waiting for. Let's go back and look here and see if we can see what happened there. And he just kind of loses it going down the front stretch there, and I thought Koslova might be able to get by him on the outside, but just couldn't get it turned in time, or didn't have enough room, and got collected by the 61. So now caution here, 18 laps remaining, and that is going to bunch the field up, and everyone's going to come in and probably, thankfully, get some fresh tires on those trucks. Danny Knoll Jr. Oh, and he slides through the grass? Okay. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he was trying to come down on pit road at the last minute there, and he's in. There's Koslova. He's blinking just a little bit there. Ryan Chu also in. There's Tony Rice coming in. Koslova with connection issues. He's not really out. He's just having a little issue there. Tires going on the 17 and the 64 there. In fact, everyone's getting tires, and thankful for it too. There's 11. He's on his way out. Rice lights him up as he leaves his pit box. O'Brien now coming in. He was a lap down. He's coming in the second time around for lap cars. Butler's also already on pit road. He just got his faster pair. I don't know if he must have towed in, perhaps, and looked like he just got there. All four tires going on for the 61. Down and away. There's O'Brien just finishing up. And he's sitting, there he is, now he's getting going. So everybody's gonna form back up here behind the pace car. Hopefully we'll get the one to go next time around, which would make it about 12 on the restart. So the order is Koslova, Knoll, Chu, and Rice, your top four, and Kevin O'Brien fifth. Ben Butler, the only truck one lap down there because of that spin. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace cars will be turning in this time around. And there he goes. Restarts on the leader. Kosilova drops the hammer. We're racing once again here. Now 12 laps remaining. Boy, look at the battle behind Kosilova. There's Ryan Chu and Rice. They're battling for that third spot. Chu now back to fourth. He's stuck down on the inside line on that restart. Rice had the better position. Then Butler gets around the 11. He's not on the lead lap, but he's also on the high line there. Ryan Chu kind of got stuck down on the inside. There's Rice now up into the third position. He has the two leaders right there in front of him. Kosilova, they all have fresh tires now, and now Danny Knoll Jr. He was doing a little better on those worn tires than anybody else, but now Kosilova has some fresh rubber there. May be able to keep hold the 17 at bay. What a difference a set of fresh Goodyears can make. Kosilova first. Knoll still trying that low line, trying to get a good run off the corner. Doesn't do too bad a job, actually, because he definitely is closing up there along the 93. Getting closer. Brian Chu, he's gotten back around lap car of Ben Butler. Trying to close in on the front three there. Kevin O'Brien's also on the lead lap and trying to see if he can get into the action here. Meanwhile, Kosilova, he's trying his best to hold on from the 17. Rice starting to get a little closer as well. Now 5 laps remaining. Rice has a ringside seat to watch the two leaders battle it out. Oh, and something happens to the 17. Oh, he has a checkup or something. Rice is going to try that move that Danny Knoll Jr. has been doing, that inside line. Right now he's there, and he is going to slide up in front of the 17. Andy Kosilova loves that. He'd love it if those two just battle it out now so he can try to get away. He's half second ahead of Rice. Danny Knoll Jr. is right there. Now he's got 2 trucks to have to battle to get to the lead there. Running that low line works if you're the only one down there, and the leader is the guy you're chasing is on that high line. But now you got one truck on the high line, one truck on the low line, so kind of running you out of options there. Not much you can actually do. Boy, this is getting close. There's Kosilova, but Brian Chu, he's all over the back of Danny Knoll Jr. Rice, he's where the white flag is in the air. Rice took a little peek there as they came down, and Danny Knoll Jr. got into the back of Rice. Here they come off of 4. Rice got a little momentum. Boy, that was close. I think Rice got that. Tony Rice right at the line there. And looks like Tony Rice is your winner here tonight at Thompson International Speedway. Danny Knoll Jr. Gave a little bump. Who knows? It might have been like a little boost Rice was down on that inside line. He wouldn't normally get a great drive coming off the corner there. But as they come down to the line, they were just about neck and neck. As they come down, Rice does get quarter panel ahead, and he does indeed take the win there. And that will do it here this evening. And let's go ahead and bring up the finishing order here. Tony Rice, your winner here. Andy Kosalova second. Danny Knoll Jr. third. Brian Chu fourth. Kevin O'Brien in the fifth position. Benjamin Butler sixth. Troy Daniels in that seventh spot. And I'm sorry, Troy Daniels, he actually was race control, so he wasn't actually in the race. And Ryan Palmer, he did not stay in the server. And so that's it. So now as the points are calculated, we move into the round of 8. There's 8 races remaining, 4 at Lucas Oil Raceway, and also that will be the round of 8, and your top 8 competitors will be there for that. Let's actually bring those 4 up here, and that will be Tony Rice, Kevin O'Brien, Benjamin Butler, Andy Kosalova, Brian Chu, Danny Knoll Jr., Troy Daniels, and Dennis Weeks. So that will be your top 8 competitors in the playoffs, starting the round of 8 at Lucas Oil Raceway. 4 of these drivers will be eliminated at the end of next weekend, and then your championship 4 will battle it out for all the marbles, and we'll see how that ends up here. And so once again, thank you for joining us here to Rice Motorsports TV, and we'll wish you all a pleasant evening.